Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Come on, doggy. Come on,
That's
doggy.
much gas I have in the tank.
Let's
here.
go.
And by the way, when it's 50 degrees in LA and the balls end up to the warning track, we know why. The ball doesn't travel. I don't need launch angles, and there's been 46 balls hitting 125 miles an hour, and 43 of them left the ballpark. You heard a lot of that last night at 2:30 in the morning. Oh, no, we're ready. I gave you a little bonus.
Nice.
Can you imagine if you were a North Carolina Tar Heel fan and your fate was by some booster who made a lot of money and who's going to decide the fate of your head coach and your GM, like Jeff Saturday, who knows nothing about pro football? We saw it with the Indianapolis Colts. Didn't we, Jeff?
Stop it.
No,
Stop
hey,
it.
God. Not my roster, nor my staff.
I love you so much. But can you imagine if it was a guy like him, because he owned a couple of oil wells in the Outer Banks, if there's oil wells in the Outer Banks, that he's going to decide if Bill Belichick stays or goes? College football is a disgrace. A couple of guys at Penn State, big donors, fortunes, they got a ton of money, and they say, you know what, let's fire James Franklin, let's pay him all $49 million. We got the guy down in Arkansas. Already had a bad game against Notre Dame. Big guys in Arkansas. Maybe Jerry Jones is involved. Boosters with shrimp cocktails and sweets on Saturday afternoon, embarrassed with their buddies. Get him out of there. The AD doesn't make the call. The chancellor doesn't make the call. Nobody makes the call. It's the big rich guy that makes the call. We saw it, of course, recently now, a couple days ago, with Brian Kelly. You're going to pay him $54 million there to bail? I mean, come on. You got the wrong guys making these decisions. You have enough money, you can dictate who's coaching your football team in college football. It is an absolute disgrace. Can you imagine? I got money. How about if I gave Northern Arizona $50 million, get rid of the head coach, so Teddy Russo can be the head coach?
Let's go, Teddy!
Drives me crazy. The big booster in college sports right now, making all the money and deciding who goes and who stays, I can't stand.
Nonsense.
That's number one.
Nonsense. I'm not going with you for that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's credibility to the decisions that was making. Reality check. Brian Kelly. Orgeron won a title in his fourth year. Les Miles did it. Nick Saban did it. This man didn't even make a bowl game. You left Notre Dame to go to LSU because of NIL money for the transfer portal, and all of this other stuff. But Marcus Freeman takes over for you and takes Notre Dame to a national championship game. You can't even take LSU to a playoff game. You're not winning enough games in the SEC. I like Brian Kelly. I know he could coach, but he never ingratiated himself with that SEC community at LSU. They made the right call, and oh, by the way, Jimbo Fisher got bought out for $76 million. Brian Kelly getting bought out for $54 million.
Yeah.
Do you know Scott Woodward, the athletic director at LSU, is the man that hired both of them?
Wow.
And the buyout of $130 million is on his personal watch. It's his decision. He made the decision as athletic director. He's picked some champions too now. Don't get me wrong. But those two guys, he hired them both. Bottom line is, right decision. You're wrong on this one, doggy. No.
What do you say, Saturday?
I actually think you're right. I'm not taking the Brian Kelly situation as a whole, but I think the whole thing in college football is all about cash now, paying rosters, paying coaches like it's gotten insane. You don't even know where anybody's going to be year after year. So we got to get some boundaries on this thing and some guardrails.
You're first up after I do this next one.
Oh boy!
All right, I looked at the NFL schedule on Sunday morning. Did you see the garbage that they gave us? Browns, Pats, 4 o'clock, Bucs, Saints, and then the Titans and the Colts. Miami and Atlanta. I mean, there was nothing going on. The games were so bad. It was the worst slate they've had in the NFL since 1970 as far as one-digit scores are concerned. Why? Too many mouths to feed. They got so many Thursday night, Saturday, Sunday night, Monday night. They got games in Europe. And then this week they gave 6 teams off with the bye. So you got 3 less games. So if you do the math, no game on Thursday. That's 1 game. 1 on Monday is 2 games. 1 on Sunday night is 3 games. And then you got 6 teams in a row. That's 3 more games. That's only 10 games you can show. And then at 4:30 on Sunday afternoon, you gave me Tampa and the Saints. You gave me Indianapolis and Tennessee, and you gave me Dallas on the road against Denver. They're never going to beat Denver on the road. You know what I did Sunday? 2 weeks ago, I took my lovely wife to brunch. I didn't say a word to her, thank God. But you know what I did this week? At 1:15, I went to go see the Springsteen movie at 1:15. Deliver Me from Nowhere, Jeff. That was Sunday at 1:15. Do you know on Sunday with the injuries in the NFL with the quarterbacks don't play. Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Bryce Young, Penix, these guys, Purdy, they don't play. That was the worst Sunday of football I have ever seen. Do you know on Sunday? No wonder I stunk all day today. I watched 30 minutes of football before the night game. I watched 3:30 to 4 o'clock and saw Aaron Glenn won his first game. That Sunday, you got to give me a better product than that. You got to figure it out. You got to give me better games at 1 and better games at 4 and give me more than 3 games. And you can't give me the Saints and the Titans at 4:30 in the afternoon when the whole world knows they stink before the year when they did the schedule. The Sunday schedule in the NFL was beyond bad. Number 2, Christopher.
Yeah, it wasn't great, doggy. I know we had 10 of the 11 games have double-digit blowouts, but I still think we had decent matchups. The games were just one-sided. Everybody wanted Broncos, Cowboys. Everybody wanted to see that.
No question.
Everybody wanted Steelers, Packers. Everybody wanted to see that. I don't understand the argument that you're making. You're saying fewer nights with NFL football?
Well, there's too many
How does that end up being better?
You got a Thursday night, a Sunday night, you got a Monday night, you got games in Europe, and then you give me 6 buys?
Well, doggy, it's
Sunday
week 8.
afternoon,
It's
you
week
got
8.
16
Doggy, it's week 8. When do you want teams to have a bye? In the middle of the season.
That's right.
That's when it makes sense.
There were enough games. It's just that it wasn't as competitive as we would have liked.
Wasn't as competitive. That was horrendous.
Dallas and Denver was not something to complain about. That's not a game to complain about.
Colts, they were hoping Cam Ward. They were hoping that whole thing would look different when they scheduled
come on, you guys are nuts. There was nothing to watch. And then what I did watch, you know what I saw with number 3? How about this tush push with the Eagles and the Giants?
Oh, I like
How is this not a fumble? How is this not a fumble? And I have the Giants up and over for the season at 2-6. How is this not a fumble? Hold on now. So in other words, when we do the tush push, when you can't see him, they let the play run forever, and until he scores the touchdown, it goes on for a minute, but he's pushing. And now, when he gets nailed, you sit there and tell me forward progress is stopped. Boy, the officiating in the NFL is terrible. That was an unbelievably bad call. You can't say forward progress is stopped. He put the ball out, Thibodeau stole it, and that's it. That drove me crazy. And I have the Giants over 6. I'm never going to get it now. I had a chance. That was a big play in the game. Strike me down!
I agree with you there. That was definitely a fumble.
Okay.
That was definitely a fumble.
But let's not kill the play because it's not officiated correct. Let's just get officiating correct.
No. Get rid of it.
Don't get rid of the play. Don't get it. Officiated better. Don't get rid of the play.
It's a bad day.
It's a bad play.
It's a great play.
It can't be officiated. That's not
Oh,
fair
my
to the game.
word. It can be
ridiculous.
That's not fair
officiated.
to the game. How?
It can
When
be
has it been
officiated.
officiated?
Listen, they made a bad call on the forward progress.
When
They
has
make
it
bad
been
calls on it all the
officiated?
time. They never call offside. They never call for offside. They don't call it a fumble. It's ridiculous.
No. Haters.
Jeff is having a
Great
bad
take.
day.
Doggy,
Jeff
great
is
take.
having a very,
Great
very
take.
bad day.
Great
Something
take.
right here.
Great
That's the
take.
bottom line.
No,
That's
All right.
the take.
Terrible
He's
take.
right.
Jordan
1,000%.
Love
If you're
followed
talking-
the
Great
same
take.
footsteps of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, winning the Super Bowl in his 6th season. You aren't going to want to. You're not going to want to miss what's coming up next. Trust me on this.
Let's
Don't
go.
go away. First takes in the house.
Let's go.
More to come. As always. Something wrong with Jeff. Something wrong with you.
I got to push him around. Push should be allowed. It should be allowed.
Your home for the holidays.